Well, this has been a retarded 6 days, 5 days. People kept bitching over the fact I dared to, excuse me, not burp, but, people, got pissy over the fact dared, that I dare hate modding, that I dare hate hacking. But, that's not the thing. Time. Listen, as we all know, God of War 4 is coming out. And in respect to the fourth game and how to you it looks fucking weird, you must review this particular game. Since, in retrospect to doing Devil May Cry, even reviewing Devil May Cry, this game also needs to be reviewed due to the fact that this is your favorite genre, and this is also one of your favorite games. But oh fuck hell. What fuck hell is this? Also, lol, you're doing this without me. By the time you read this, I'm totally in Jamaica for the hot weather. As you know, I hate the cold. As you know, I hate the fucking winter. God damn it, King. Goddamn King, you're right there. Now not kill yourself. Go back to deep throwing a goddamn thing, you little retarded monkey. God damn it. Well, since I am doing Devil May Cry, I've been doing reviews of Devil May Cry, it's only imperative that I actually review this particular game. No, I've planned to actually have a script, but fuck it. Since King wants to be a bitch today, kill yourself. Okay. You guys heard me talk about God of War. If you want, at least in my modding complaints. Now, thing is, God of War, I kind of forgotten when it was made, because it's been here, I've known about it for a super long time. The game is about this, Spartan named Kratos, who, from my knowledge, means strength in Greek. Um, Now, he's pretty much the Spartan who, at one point, was the captain of, like, this Spartan, Spartan army. His wife, basically, was like, Kratos, you're kinda getting a little scary here. Because, he was pretty much bloodthirsty, and, in essence, was pretty much a fuck, like, I wanna, kick everyone's ass, fuck you, sort of attitude, and pretty much his way of going through stuff was pretty much wipe everything out, and that caused lots of people to scare him, like to fear him. One particular time, he pretty much him and his army pretty much got their ass handed to them by the barbarian army. Kratos pretty much told Ares, the Greek god of war, that if Ares helps Kratos' army out, and slays his enemy, pretty much slays the barbarians, Kratos will forever be in his debt. That his soul will be Ares's. Ares pretty much, helps him out, and Kratos becomes, from that point on, working for Ares. Skip some time, Kratos pretty much goes to some part in Athens, pretty much destroys this little village that for whatever reason his wife and kid was in. I don't know how they got there, even though he swore in the third game that they were in Sparta at the time. Excuse me. I don't know how the fuck. You know, if they were in Sparta, what the fuck were they doing in Athens? But that's not the point. He pretty much accidentally kills his wife and kid. He snaps out of Ares's grip. Pretty much says, fuck it. No longer works for Ares. Pretty much looks for the other gods now, and pretty much, he burns the ashes of his wife and kid. God, what the fuck do they call it? The the Oracle of the Athens village, or that small Athens village, pretty much caused Kratos, put all the ashes of his family onto him, turning his skin, except the tattoo thing, completely white, turning him into what is known as the Ghost of Sparta, making him, that pretty much turned him into the Ghost of Sparta, a complete legend, and pretty much he became known as the most feared person, like one of the most feared people in all of Greek. Now that entire backstory for Kratos out of the way, the story begins with Kratos overlooking suicide bliss, pretty much going from 0 to 1,000,000 in about 2 seconds. Like, in the entire lifespan of, like, a couple of sentences, the entire game went from 0 to 100 real quick. Because he is on what's called the suicide bluffs, and pretty much throws himself off a side of a cliff into the water, killing himself. The game goes back either some weeks or a month or so, and we're at the Aegean Sea, where the fucking Hydra is being on an attack. He pretty much goes from ship to ship to get to the Hydra, and pretty much fights zombie soldiers, and occasionally a Hydra head, but he eventually meets sees Poseidon, gives him a power up to help get rid of the Hydra, and when he gets up to the ship, when he finds the Hydra, he pretty much slaughters the fucker. He sees the main Hydra head on top of the ship. This one particular ship, he pretty much massacres it. Sometime later, when Kratos is just fucking about and going places with pretty much shit to find, it's revealed that he has nightmares of pretty much what happened with his wife and daughter. And no matter what he does, no way in hell he's forgetting that shit. One day, this statue of Athena pretty much tells him that if he goes to Athens and pretty much stop Ares for being a complete cunt and destroy Athens for whatever reason, I don't know, it was never explained in the game. I don't recall it ever explained in the game why the fuck he was attacking Athens at the time. Like, dude, it's your sister's fucking... It's a town named after your sister. Where the fuck are you attacking it? But He pretty much promises that, the gods will forgive him for everything he did, for all the shit he did. He pretty much goes to Athens, kicks some ass, meets up with the Oracle in Athens, although I think, although it says she is a, Oracle or something, he pretty much tells him to go to the, Desert of Lost Souls, and go and hop on top of the, Temple of the Pandora's Temple, which is on top of fucking Kronos. But if you don't know anything about Greek mythology, Kronos was pretty much the father Titan, dude, of the original gods. This being like Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, and a few others, like kind of forgotten. And he pretty much eats all the guys, like all these original guys, like Zeus's siblings, except Zeus, because life pretty much hides the fucker, and shit happened. But on the story, Kratos, and if you don't know, Pandora's box is like a huge thing in the game. So Kratos hightails it to the temple, to the Desert of Lost Souls, and it's stated that you have to kill 3 Science to, in order to get into a thing to call Kronos, but the reason why it's called Desert of Lost Souls is because it's super easy to get lost. Shit happened. Like, Kratos kills Kronos, it takes up some time to get up to the temple, get all the way up to the temple, and pretty much, Kratos meets this one guy, the original person who went into the Temple of Fate, into Pandora's temple, and the guy who was first in Pandora's temple failed horribly, and now he works at the front gate, pretty much. Burns all the dead bodies of those who pretty much failed. Kratos pretty much goes into the temple to, and kicks major ass. He pretty much kicks major ass down, and throughout the entire story, Kratos gets these weapons from the gods, like Artemis's, sword, blade, Zeus's lightning bolts, souls from hell, this weird electrical thing from Zeus, Poseidon, Medusa's head, by killing Medusa for whatever reason, because she was there for some reason, and he pretty much uses them to kick everyone's ass. The thing is, Zeus pretty much told every god that, hey, we're not gonna fight each other. Even though you're the fucking ruler, you could make one tiny exception to pretty much tell Ares to go. You could pretty much go to Ares, say, hey, dude, this ain't cool, and pretty much kick his ass. It looks like this might be longer than 2 parts. This will have to go into at least a 2-part.